How y'all doing? It's about 6 a.m. on what, July 30th, 2025. And I like to start off every day with something that I'm thankful for. I don't know if y'all saw this, but Umar Johnson, his daughter, is like online making a complete spectacle of herself. It's a real shame that, in case you don't know, he got a daughter. He got a couple daughters that he don't do ish for, don't do ish with, and there's one daughter's like 25, and online fighting, twerking, just overall crashing out, bashing him, putting his business out there, putting the mother's business out there, and I'm thankful for the fact that, Umar Johnson got a kid with an alley cat. I got a kid with an alley cat. But the difference is, my daughter ain't acting like no alley cat. She's just not. You can tell that whoever this girl's mother is, she's an alley cat. And, my daughter's mother's an alley cat too. But I took it upon myself to really, really, really make sure that my daughter had respectable role models of women that I actually knew that could, set her straight, or at least give her an option as to who she wants to follow. Because if she has to follow an alley cat, she will become an alley cat. But if you don't, if she's not presented with another alternative and be like, you know what, I don't have to be like this, I could be like this. And that's what you choose to be. And because of that, she's in a career at 25. Umar Johnson's daughter is out here being totally non-productive. She got into a fight and lost, ended up in the hospital. And then, I didn't, all you got to do is Google YouTube Umar Johnson's daughter's attacked, and you're going to get a whole bunch of videos, and you just watch whatever one you want to watch. But the one that I saw, she was in the hospital talking to the people that were giving her x-rays and stuff, trying to sound all nice to them. And I'm sitting there like, what opinion do you think these people have of you? Coming in here all beat up, 25 years old, talking about you got into a fight. Come on now. As a woman, you shouldn't even know how to fight. That's a job for men. My daughter doesn't know how to fight. She hasn't been in a fight, so she doesn't know how to fight. Same Umar Johnson. His daughter was bragging about that was her first fight. She got a hickey all on her head. She didn't win. If you went in the ER, you didn't win that fight. But nonetheless, I don't like the situation that I'm in, that I put myself in. But I do, it's not so bad. Like people, I've always had issues with having this kid with this woman and just knowing that I'm not going to, the term is put my best foot forward. I'm just not going to. Her mother's not worth it. She cheated on me before any of this shit even materialized. So I know she's not worth me putting any real effort into. But I've had people say, well, at least your daughter's not on the spectrum, which she isn't. And on the spectrum, I mean with autism, Asperger's, bipolar, ADHD. She don't have any of that. Or at least she ain't been diagnosed with any of that. And her mom is a mental case. Her mom has been diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. Yeah, exactly. So you think it was easy to co-parent with somebody like that? But nonetheless, I am still glad that it could have been a lot worse as far as the turnout of your kid. And, my her loyalty, just like Umar's daughter, the loyalty lies with the mother. I think it's because the mother had, the bond over time between mother and child is going to be way stronger than the bond between husband and wife. That bond becomes weaker over time. But the bond between mother and child, that becomes stronger because you spent 9 months sharing the same everything with this person. And, emotions too. Like if the mother's sad, the child's going to feel that. Seriously. Even in like the postpartum stage, after the child's been born and the mother's like breastfeeding and stuff, if the mother's depressed or whatever, that child's going to be able to pick up on that. But nonetheless, I don't feel sorry for Umar Johnson. I really don't like it's really a testament to how messed up he is. If he's supposed to be a psychologist and his daughter's online obviously showing that she needs attention and a mental health evaluation. She needs that. Now, if your father's in the field, been practicing, so he says, psychology for, let's say, 20 years. His daughter's 25, so he's probably been practicing longer than that. We'll just say 20 years. He don't have the expertise or he don't have the connections to where he can get his daughter assessed, or he can do it himself if he's a certified psychologist. But that just tells you how much of a deadbeat and a loser he actually really is, because he's got at least the knowledge to help his child. And I don't even want to hear about the mom kept me. I don't want to hear that, because I went through that myself. I found a way to make sure my daughter got acquainted with me and my family. I made sure of it, because if I didn't do it, who was going to do it? Like my mother, my sister, my father, when he was still living, they don't have the ties to the woman that I had. They're not. Nobody's as close to this girl, I'm talking about my daughter's mom, as I am on this side of the family. My mom's not that close to her, not as close as I am. So you can't use that as an excuse. Oh, the mother kept me. You can't use that as an excuse. You can't, because where there's a will, there's a way. I got on the phone with Child Protective Services in another state. Man, come on. I'm not going to go into what I did, but I don't want to hear, if the mother is in the same city as you, your child's in the same city as you, there's no way that you couldn't make sure that you got through to have some influence on your child. Umar Johnson ain't shit. But check his daughter out and see how she's crashing out. And I looked at that yesterday for a while. It got boring after a while, because the one video when she's in the ER is like 2 hours long. I couldn't look at that very long. But it's put into perspective that, I'm glad my child ain't like Umar's child, and I'm smart enough not to have any more children.